Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gareth Major and this is the start of our British Destroyer how-to. Basically it's going to be how to play the British Destroyers and a general review of each destroyer each tier from 2 through to 7. So we start at tier 2 with HMS Valkyrie. Now overall for her tier she's a bit average. She's got reasonable concealment but not the best. Reasonable artillery but not the best. Torpedo wise, same again, but she can stealth torpedo, which means her torpedo range is slightly larger than her concealment range. And then manoeuvrability, well, that's where she's not as manoeuvrable as the rest of the British. She hasn't quite got that British trait as yet. And then concealment, she's about average as well. Now, one thing she comes with 4 4-inch guns, 2 to the stern and 2 to the bow. Nothing really special about these. And then torpedo wise, she comes with 2 launchers, each one with 2 torpedoes, and these can be fired in what's known as like a narrow band, where you fire both, or a single band. Consumable, she comes with a smoke screen. It's quite a small smoke screen. Only disperses for about 10 seconds and then it lasts for about 30 seconds. We're not going to get a torpedo hit, unfortunately. Now, at the moment, our team seems to have just huddled up in the middle, which is quite an interesting tactic, if you can call it that. I'm not really big fan of this huddle up in the middle, because it basically means that you sacrifice your 2 flanks, and therefore you almost just say, well, you come shoot me from both sides. Now if someone else starts to spot that Louise for me, I might be able to open fire. Looks like that G101. No, it doesn't have eyes on. The usual trick with the British is with your smoke, it's more of a preemptive smoke, so I have to kind of go, I know I want to start shooting him, and now I think that G101 can see him, so I'm going to start slowing down. Then once I've got about 20-ish knots, so I can start laying it. So I get about 1 puff, 2 puff, 3 puffs of smoke, and now I can shoot from my smoke. Now the first thing I do is always reverse up. Never stay still in the smoke screens. You want to keep your engines on all the time almost, you want to keep moving. And then also that because you keep moving, it's more difficult to pin out whereabouts you are. Now that St. Louis has disappeared, and so has the other one. Oh, there he is. Our torpedoes are back, so let's just try one there, one there, one there, and one there. Now, when you're in your smoke screen, do not fire any shots after the 2 seconds mark, or I shall be detected when your smoke screen disappears. Or if you leave your smoke screen during that 2 seconds. So I managed to get a fire on that St. Louis, so I'm just getting some burn damage on him. The nice thing about British smoke screens is they always come back pretty quickly. Almost, you don't have to be too long with that one. So pop another one. Oh, he's gone. So that's a bit of a waste, but then it's 1 of 6. That's the thing. Sometimes when you leave smoke screens, you feel like you wait, especially the Americans and the Japanese, and even the Germans, I guess you could say, because they have one very large smoke screen. You get 2 in total, but you lay them one at a time. It feels a bit of a waste to leave them. Now, something's capturing our base. It's going to be something that's not been just picked up. So there's a V25 there, V25 there. So it's going to be the ice soccer. So that's a very quick way of working it all out. You know the 2 destroyers have been spotted over there, so therefore their only unspotted destroyers got to be in here. Now an ice soccer I should be able to quite easily win a gunfight against. Just have to watch out for his torpedoes. Now if I can... Now our team's taken the back foot in this. There's only me and this Danae, which is not really ideal. So where is this ice soccer? There he is. He's got most of his health too. So there we go. Hits quite hard. Using high explosives. Now, I suspect that ISOC is... So I'm going to switch to the wide band, I guess you could say. It just guarantees I can get the torpedoes out. Turn away, knocked his engines out. Nice, the delay's done his damage. V25's weak. Got to make sure I get rid of him. We can get rid of him, there we go. Starting to even up those odds nicely. Now, what they got left? V25, Colbert, and a St. Louis. St. Louis is over there. Let's do this. Let's go wide. Miss that. Now, there's my torpedo. Oh, that island's going to block me. The only way I can think of getting around this is if I try and beat the island. I don't think I can. All the time I've got to keep in the back of my mind that V25 is still alive. Now the delay's only got AP, so maybe if I get some HE out, I would get a fire on the target. There we go. I'm not going to fire again unless he puts that fire out. St. Louis appears to be coming around his torpedo range, so just going to loose some torpedoes off. Let's have a look. Has he put that fire out? Yeah, he has. So let's set another fire. That's always a good thing. That's what you want to watch out for. You want to see if people put their fires out, and if they do, you want to set another one, because they won't be able to repair it again. That's nice. He's gone now. So we've got V25 and the Colbert left. I suspect the V25 will make a move towards our base, so I'm going to cover that off. Now we're about 1 point behind, so it would be nice to see if we could torp that battleship. So I think that's going to be my objective. I've got to go find that battleship, and I've got 6 minutes to do it. If I can find that V25 and win the gunfight, and then fall back, then that could be a way, but I need this Danae to stay alive. Let's see. It's going to take a while to close this gap. And all this time I've got it in my mind that destroyer's in the background. I don't think I'm going to be able to burn him to death, so I don't think there's much point in me shooting. However, there's a gap. Oh, I've lost visibility. No, I'm not going to do it. I was thinking of going through the gap, but it just feels like it's going to end up being a suicide mission. I wanted to get torpedoes through the gap when he was detected. However, I think I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Good. So that's stealth torpedoing there, but there's not much of a range for it. Now, if I can just move on up. See where now he sandwiched himself between the island and my torpedoes, so it's quite possible that might work in my favour. See if we can get a nice view on this. Here we go. 1, 2. We got the torpedoes back. Now what would he do? That's always a good question. Ooh, detected. Only briefly there. Dodge this. Get some shots out there. Okay, this is going to be really risky now. So we've only got the battleship, so this is possibly clutching defeat from the jaws of victory. Let's see what we can do. There we go. Securing the win at the end. Well, that's a nice little review of the Tier 2 British destroyer HMS Valkyrie, and a nice little bit of gameplay to go with it. Came third on the team. Well, this is part of the start of a series of reviewing gameplay of British destroyers. I hope you enjoyed it, and back to the port.